Hello and welcome to Alfred's Teach Yourself to Play Guitar. I'm Jeff Garvin and I'm going to be guiding you through your first experience playing guitar. We're going to learn about musical notation and tablature. We're going to play some guitar solos and chords, and we're even going to learn some great songs. So grab your guitar and let's begin. Okay, so some important things to consider when you're buying your first guitar. The first thing you want to consider is, what kind of music do you like to play? Are you more of a rock person? Are you more of a folk person? That's going to help you determine whether you want to choose an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar. Once you got that down, you want to start considering the visual appeal of the guitar. You want to pick something that's inspiring to look at, makes you want to pick it up and play it. You also want to make sure you get something that's comfortable for your body. Nothing too big, nothing too small. You want it to feel right when you hold it. Once you figure that out, go down to your local music store and just try out a bunch of guitars and see what you really like. You need to take care of your guitar. It's very important. My first recommendation, go get a bag, a gig bag, or a case. When you're carrying it around, you're going to protect the guitar from damage. Another thing to be very careful of is keep it in tune. If you tune it too high up, you'll put stress on the neck. That's no good for the guitar. Another thing is keep it out of extreme temperatures. If it gets too hot, it'll expand the wood, things can melt, things can break, it's no good. And really, really cold temperatures are just as bad. So don't leave it in the car all day, okay? And the last thing, when you're done playing it, wipe off the strings, polish it up, it'll keep the guitar looking very nice, extend the life of the strings. Okay, let's talk about some different ways you can hold the guitar. As you can see right now, I'm standing up. I have a strap attached to the guitar. You can also sit with the guitar. Some people prefer to cross their legs, get the guitar up a little bit higher. Musical sounds are indicated by symbols called notes. The rhythmic value of a note is determined by its color, black or white, and by the stems and flags attached to the note. The name and pitch of the notes are determined by the note's position on a graph made of 5 horizontal lines and the spaces in between, called the staff. Getting acquainted with tablature. Tablature is a graphic system of showing how to play notes and chords on the guitar. It uses a 6-line staff, each line representing one string of the guitar. A number placed on a line means to play that fret on the corresponding string. Thus, play the first string, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 1st fret, 3rd string, open, 4th string, 2nd fret. Chord diagrams. Chord diagrams are used to indicate fingering for chords. This example means to place your first finger on the 1st fret 2nd string and 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 4th string. Then strum the first 4 strings only. The X's on the 5th and 6th strings indicate not to play these. To make Now we're going to learn the notes on the 1st string. So when you play the 1st string open, you have E. Okay, now we're going to play mixing it up. Make sure when you get to the 3rd measure, you keep your 1st finger down, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now a tune called More Mixing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sound off. How to count time. There are 4 kinds of notes. A quarter note receives 1 count. Okay, let's play some different kinds of notes. These are half notes. Half notes get 2 counts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, congratulations, you're moving up to the 2nd string. So we're going to learn notes on the 2nd string now. 2nd string open is B. Let's move on to a little piece called 2-string rock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play Beautiful Brown Eyes. 1, 2, 3. Let's try Guitar Rock. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's called Merry-Go-Round. 1, 2, 3. All right, how about a holiday tune? Let's play Jingle Bells. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we've moved up to the 3rd string. We're going to learn the notes on the 3rd string. So the 3rd string played open is G. Let's move on to a little tune, Au clair de lune. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here comes 3-string rock. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So next is oral E, and oral E uses repeat signs. So when you're done with that first line of music, you're going to see a repeat sign. You're going to go back to the beginning, play the first line again, and then continue through the end of the piece. All right, let's play oral E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move on to largo. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now we get to move on to the most fun part of playing guitar, chords. Okay? A chord is a combination of 2 or more harmonious notes played at the same time. So when you see a chord in notation, you're going to see multiple notes connected by the same stem, unless there's a whole note and then there's no stem. In tablature, a chord is notated because the numbers are all in a vertical line. All right, let's play Meet the Chords. This first one is open note strings and chords on the B and E strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to learn the 3-string C chord. All the chords you've played up until now have been 2 notes, open strings, or 3 strings open. This actually combines open strings and fretted strings. So the 3-note C chord is open E, and then your first finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string is C, and then the 3rd string open is G. So altogether it sounds like this. Okay? Okay, and now a piece you'll probably recognize. This is a Beethoven piece called Ode to Joy. 1, 2, 3, 4. This strange symbol that you're looking at is called a chord arrest, and a chord arrest means you're silent for one beat. So if you're in the middle of a piece and you see a chord arrest, you're going to stop for one beat. A clean way to stop the sound on the guitar when you're playing, if you've just strummed an open string, is to stop the vibration of the string with the heel of your hand. Let's try playing this exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice job. Okay, let's try Rockin' rhythm. And remember, if you're playing an open string, you're going to mute the strings with the heel of your hand for that chord arrest. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's time to add another chord to your chord vocabulary. This one is the 3-string G7 chord. You're going to take your first finger and put it on the first fret of the first string to play that F. Second string open is B. Third string open is G. So it sounds like this. Let's move on to Down in the Valley. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's a little song called Maryann. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's time for more chords. This one is called the 3-string G chord. You're going to put your third finger on the first string, 3rd fret, to play G, and then B on the open 2nd string, and then another G on the open 3rd string. 3-string G chord. All right, let's play a little exercise using that chord. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That sounded very nice. Let's move on to Rockin' with G and C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it's time for notes on the 4th string. You have passed the halfway point on learning all the notes on the strings of the guitar. So here we go. D is the open 4th string. And then with your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, E. And 3rd fret, F. So D, E, and F. So here we go with Reuben Reuben. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's move on to another piece. This is a personal favorite of mine, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to move on to a piece called Gee Whiz. I want you to notice the little C symbol where the time signature normally is. That C stands for common time, which is exactly the same as 4/4. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This song is called Good Night Ladies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move on to Daisy Bell, a bicycle built for two. 1, 2, 3. All right, it's time for more chords. So you've already learned the 3-string versions of G and G7. But now we're going to alter them slightly by adding the open 4th string, which is D. So the 4-string G chord would sound like this. And the 4-string G7 chord like this. All right, let's play some tunes. This one's called Rockin' the Chimes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play Laughing Troll. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we've made it to the 5th string. It's time to learn the notes on the 5th string. One quick note before we do that. You'll notice that there's a line below the staff that extends the range of the staff. That's called a ledger line, and that's going to show you where A is. So, the notes on the 5th string. Open, you have A. All right, let's play Peter Gray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move on to Boogie Style. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Introducing high A. So now you'll notice we have another ledger line, but this time it's above the staff to show us high A. We're going to play high A on the 5th fret of the 1st string with our pinky, like this. Let's try an exercise using high A. 1, 2, 3, 4. This piece is called Rockin' in Dorian mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Incomplete measures. Believe it or not every piece of music begins on the 1st beat. Music sometimes begins with an incomplete measure called the upbeat or pickup. If the upbeat is 1 beat, the last measure will sometimes have only 3 beats in 4/4, or 2 beats in 3/4 to make a tisket, a tasket. Let's play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. The Riddle Song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations! You have graduated to the 6th string. We are now going to learn the notes on the 6th string. Open, we have E. On the 1st fret with our 1st finger, we have F. Okay, so now you've learned the notes on all 6 strings. So we're going to play the natural scale. The natural scale will use notes on all 6 of the strings. Here we go. E, F, G, A. Silver threads among the gold. Let's play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tempo signs. Tempo signs tell you how fast or slow to play a piece of music. The 3 principal tempo signs are andante, which means slow. Okay, let's do 3 tempo rock. First time around, andante. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try Plaisir d'amour. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.